So fun fairs, theme park rides, Legoland, Alton Towers. You lot all know what I'm talking about. How safe are these things really? Have you ever wondered that? Because the worst disaster in the UK at theme park was in 1972, and my uncle actually told me he rode this roller coaster when he was younger. Was it the Big Dipper? I think it was called the Big Dipper, but it was this big wooden roller coaster in Battersea Park. And what ended up happening was 3 guys were charged with manslaughter at Wandsworth Magistrates Court because fire damaged the ride like a couple years before this big accident, and they ended up replacing it with some second-hand stock that was like over 50 years old or something. Just crazy. It was crazy enough to where they were charged with manslaughter for the death of 5 children, and 13 others were injured because the roller coaster rolled back, came off the tracks. It was just crazy. Nightmare situation. And I'm sure everybody here can only imagine what a nightmare would be to be on a fun fair ride, especially a high one or a dangerous one, and it just bugs out, it just fails, and then you end up paralyzed with a mad injury. I mean, if you guys remember back in 2016, I think it was 2016, where there was an accident at Alton Towers on the ride The Smiler. This was huge news back in 2016. This was nearly 10 years ago. It left 5 passengers with life-changing injuries, and what happened was there was another carriage on the track, and then they sent one around with people on it, and it went straight into that other one. It went straight into the empty carriage, and the people at the front were left with life-changing injuries because they're, you know, like, that's crazy, and they were left hanging there for ages. The court heard there was nearly a 20-minute delay before the first 999 call was made. Paramedics first arrived 50 minutes after the crash, and it says what happened is wind gusts of 46 miles per hour caused the empty train to stall, but staff failed to notice that it was still on the track. Oh my god, that is gross negligence, and that just should not be happening. Look how it left one of the victims. Oh my god, I can only imagine the trauma she's going through, but she looked good though, man. She looks nice though, man. I'm telling you, that's not an issue. Not that it should be an issue anyway, but yeah, this obviously your legs come off, you know, to the point where you need a, what do they call it, prosthetic, something with a P leg. Like, it's mad. And the owners of Alton Towers ended up having to pay out only £5 million, which I don't think is enough, but we're in the UK, so that's a lot of money in the UK to have to pay out for criminal negligence, which, yeah, that was criminal negligence. That was crazy, man. That's mad for them to not know there's another car on the track, bro. But there's an article that was written about this on the 2nd of June, nearly 10 years after this. This happened to them when they were 17 and 18, and they were on a date. Oh my lord, they were on a date. Leah's legs were crushed, forcing the amputation of her left leg above the knee, whilst both of Joe's kneecaps were shattered and some of his fingers severed in the crash. They said it was equivalent to driving into a car at 90 miles an hour. Oh my god, that compensation is not nearly enough, bro, especially with the cost of living rising. Like, well, I mean, they're married now, they've been together this whole time, big ups to them. I mean, at least there's one positive to take from it. Like, that accident clearly bonded you two for life. They had to learn not only to walk again but to live again. Yeah, but the BBC, they're right here with giving the UK some credit, because I'm being a bit harsh. In America, there's way worse theme park accidents. That's where you see these mad videos. Not even just in America, in the Western world, there's way more countries higher on the list for amusement park accidents. If you go into other parts of the world, boy, it gets dark. It gets very, very dark, bro. You're gonna see it on Twitter. But in 2017, Eva Janoff, God rest her soul, she unfortunately passed away. It took them until 2021. It took them 4 years for the ex-operators of the theme park, because they stopped operating it, to be fined £1 million. But the penalty will never be paid as it's in administration. Oh wow, okay. Convenient. They'd previously admitted a health and safety breach. Look at this. This was the rides. I'm not sure if the ride's still closed, but as of 2021, it remained closed after she died. She was on a school trip. Imagine that, she was on a school trip. And years before that happened, there were records of 4 instances of people falling into the water at the ride. And some people might say for this one, it's not really their fault, but we're in the Western world, bro. Rides need to have health and safety regulations, especially with kids. There shouldn't be any room for things like this to happen. Now, this one's mad because it hits close to home, because this one was in West London and it happened at Thunder Park. I used to go to Thunder Park. They used to do Thunder Park in Brent Cross. When I was younger, we used to go to Thunder Park. I remember that. No way. Video shows the moment. That's crazy. Oh my God, I see it. Oh wow, she came from the other ride, not even this ride. Jeez. She was not suitably restrained in her seat and flew out of the accelerator. She suffered multiple fractures, internal bleeding, and significant head injury. 3 men and a firm were prosecuted. Okay, they actually got prosecuted for this one. DMG Technical Limited was fined £51,000 and she has to suffer with life-changing injuries. And it says as the ride sped up and she realized she wasn't restrained properly, she started screaming for help, bro. That is my biggest nightmare, bro. It's my biggest nightmare. Hey, my people, if you're enjoying the video, if you could give it a like, it'd be very much appreciated. It takes no time, costs nothing. Thank you very much. W's in the chat. A couple of people also ended up getting sentenced for the negligence there. But me personally, I've never been a fan of funfair rides, you know? I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I'd go on it. And then obviously once I've gone on it once, I'm going to want to go on it again. It's just the uncertainty, not knowing what to expect, you know? But most of the time, literally 99.99999% of the time, bro, you're scared to go on the ride. You go on the ride. When you're done, you want to do it again. But you don't want to wait in line for 1 hour again, so you don't do it again. I've only been Fort Park like a couple times. And when I did, I just firmed it, just went on the rides. Because, you know, when you're with your friends and that, it's like you're not trying to be shook. So it's like, cool. Like, I'm going to, like, these lot want to go on it. I'm going to firm it. I'm going to do it, bro. And in the whole time I'm in the line, I'm scared so much, bro. But it's just got to be done. And then when the ride's done, I'm like, that was fun. I want to do it again. Well, that was me when I was younger. I don't know about now, bro. Because not long ago, me and my brethren were just driving and then we saw a fun fair. And I said as a joke, I'm like, bro, can we go on the fun fair just real quick? He's like, okay, let's go on the fun fair. Why not? And there's this ride that looks like the Twister. You see me, I like the Twister. I'm not trying to do these high rides, especially with these temporary fun fairs that are constantly being built, taken apart, bro. I'm not doing none of these high rides. I don't care to do that. Because for me, it's like, yeah, the risk of dying is low, but I'm just like, bro, I'm not going out like that. How stupid is that, bro, going out like that? Same thing, I think, for cavers, bro. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, you see these crazy stories of people dying in caves and that. It's like, bro. And I know caving is way more risky, but you know what it is, guys? It's not a problem until it happens, bro. When it happens, then what, bro? You're going to be like, why did I waste my life on this, bro? Just to go on a freaking funfair ride, bro. But God decides when it's our time, not us. But you guys get what I'm saying anyway. But we go into this funfair, yeah? I'm thinking it's the Twister. We get on. He's laughing when I'm like, oh, it's Twister, bro. And bro, I was actually pissed off at him for that, bro. It's annoying. Like, the thing starts spinning like the Twister, but then it goes like up, bro. It just starts moving. The thing starts moving mad, bro. And it's like held. It's like the spinny thing is this and it's held by something like that. And I'm just thinking, bro, what is this, bro? When I was on the ride, I'm just thinking, oh my God, why, bro? Proper force and that, like going fast. I'm just like, bro, why am I on this thing, bro? If this thing just snaps right now, bro, I've died for no reason. I've died because you tricked me on this freaking ride, bro. And that's why I think as I've gotten older, bro, I don't have any desire to go and do it again. Because after that ride, I was like, bro, I just got off. I was like, I was feeling dizzy. I was feeling sick. Like, live-o, bro, I actually felt terrible after that ride. When I was younger, I never used to get them feelings, bro. But, bro, like a year and a half ago, nah, maybe like more like 2 years ago, when I went on that ride, bro, I felt sick, felt nauseous, felt like, bro, it was terrible. So the older I've gotten, I don't see the appeal of theme park rides. You know, some of them are fun, but them extreme ones and that, like the heights, like, why am I doing that? The Sun gave us an update on this woman who was flung from a deadly 60-mile-per-hour funfair ride after slipping out of her harness. And this was back in 2019, I believe. Yep, it was back in 2019. She boarded the Air Max 360 ride. That's a crazy name for a ride. I'm surprised Nike ain't even come for no copyright for that. The 27-year-old nursery nurse used to go to the whole fair every year. Oh my God. She heard a clicking noise on her safety restraint and fell out, flying through the air and hitting another ride. Bro, look at her, man. This is shocking content, bro. I'm gonna have to maybe blur this, bro.
I had like a clicking noise in my bar, and then the ride was going for about 1.5 minutes, and then the carriage changed position. So we was facing forward a bit more, and that's the last like concrete thing that I remember. Like, I could feel myself slip.
These things are terrible, man. And I'm not here trying to fearmonger. Like, bro, have fun, live life to the fullest, but this is not fun to me. It might be fun if I'm drunk. If I'm drunk, it might be fun. If I'm high, this is the last thing I want to be doing, bro. Let me just give you guys some suggestions, because a lot of people might be like, well, Tanks, if theme parks ain't the thing, then what do you be doing, bro? Go to the zoo high. That's a great date. If you both smoke, go to the zoo high. If you want to take it further, go to the zoo on edibles, but that is at your own risk. I don't recommend you touch edibles, bro. If you're from London, Park Royal is mad right now. I can't lie. Park Royal's crazy. I went Tim Hortons drive-through a couple weeks ago, and bro, Park Royal is mad. Park Royal used to be a bakey spot back in the day, but now Park Royal is just filled with balloons. It's filled with guys revving their cars. It's filled with just a whole bunch of foolishness, bro. Take her Top Golf or take her bowling in that place in Westfield. I haven't been there before, but my brethren's done done it and he told me it's worth visiting. Keep it simple. Go to the cinema. I don't recommend the cinema. I think the cinema's dead place to go to for a day, unless we've been together for a while. But if we're getting to know each other, cinema's like the worst place ever you could possibly go to. I'm just saying what's coming to my mind, guys. Honestly, I've had no sleep. I'm trying to fix up my sleeping pattern. I need to get these 2 videos done right now so I can go home and sleep, bro. I'll be honest. But I'm not saying no, because like Thorpe Park, you know, Legoland, Alton Towers, these places are Legolands for kids, innit? But I have great memories of Legoland when I was younger. These places go through more inspections, I feel like. There's more regulations there because the rides aren't being packed up every couple of weeks and moved around the country. But for me, it's these temporary theme parks that pop up in parks and stuff like that. They're the ones I'm more wary of. They're the ones where I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you man know what you're doing, but do I really want to put my life in these hands that someone that I don't know? Not really. Anyway, guys, what do you think about theme parks? Chung Lee, what do you think about theme parks? Chung Lee reckons I'm just bitching. Chung Lee says theme parks are fun. You're just a boring guy, thanks. Well, Chung Lee is not afraid to give their opinion, man. Hey, respect it. Do you guys still go to theme parks as adults? I mean, I feel like the next time you'll see me at a theme park is with my kids, to be honest with you. And it'll probably be in Florida. It won't be here. The chances of the worst happening to you are obviously very low, but I've actually ended up finding another one, guys. Terrifying plunge, horror as a girl 5 years old injured after falling several meters from UK theme park ride when car detached in midair. This is mental. And this happened in May this year. But yeah, anyway, yeah, praying for that 5-year-old girl, man. Jeez, these things are scary, man. Even that plane crash happening shows you that life is actually short, man. Need to appreciate things more, you know, in life. Like, if you're stressing over something, guys, just remember life is so short. We're so fortunate to even be here, you know. Me and the chances of us being here and the chances of you guys watching this video are so astronomically low. It's ridiculous. We're all here for a reason, man, and we've all got to live life to the fullest. Because the weather's absolutely amazing. You know, I've been to the gym, went on a run earlier today, went for a long walk, done like 25,000 steps already, and it's like 1 o'clock now. I've had quite a few people message me that they're feeling down and that my videos help them stay up. You know, how my videos help them get through their day, bro. Get through the day yourself. Don't rely on my videos to get through your day, bro. It starts with going outside. Stop sitting inside. If you're feeling down, think, why am I feeling down, bro? If it's depression, bro, it's better to be working while you're depressed. So at least once you get out of that depression, you've got something, you know what I mean? I'll say just focus on your own lives, man. You know, literally just focus on your own lives. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love to all of you.